Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krieger. This is Alpha Bravo, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're just going to do a review. Eventually I will do a full Power Ranger scale versus Chug scale video, but for now, I just wanted to do a review of these Re-Ignition Zords and Megazord, just because I think these are pretty cool. And we'll start off with the Pterodactyl Zord. And it's pretty neat. Has the mammoth guns on there, and these do have spring-loaded guns, which actually pack a pretty good punch, if you could hear that. Yep. So they've got pretty good springs in them. So, and you can tell by how much force needs to go in. And you see not as hollow as other ones we've seen before. So that's pretty cool. And the pterodactyl, all of these come in, piecemeal. So the pterodactyl comes with all this, plus it comes with little rangers. Definitely not Chug scale, but you do get all 5 rangers. So, knock down one driver. But that's pretty neat. There's no holes or anything to where you could put them on the Zords, and they'd stay. You can kind of pose them on there. But yeah, pretty neat. So, and you can see the scale here with Alpha Bravo. We'll bring in Earthrise Prime, so you can see it's pretty much Voyager sized with the head up. It's about half head shorter. But yeah, so it's pretty big. This is going to be a decently sized Megazord. All right, let's go on to the next one. And next up, we got the Saber-Toothed Tiger Zord. Again, pretty big. Looks really good. So articulation wise, not a lot in the legs, just the transformation joints. It does have this forward section brake, but that's more for ankle tilt and Megazord mode. But you can kind of pose it. And it has the spring-loaded launcher back there that can curl up in tail, so it can come around to where it can shoot forward. And again, a really good spring. Yeah, I don't think you appreciate how loud it actually is when it hits that backdrop. But anyway, the blast effect is the same as the Pterodactyl Zord. So they did reuse the mold there, but otherwise the same. Again, we'll bring out the Earthrise Prime there, just so you can see. You can pretty much ride them. But yeah, these are big Zords. So yeah, not a whole lot more to say about the Saber-Tooth, so let's go on to the next one. And here we have the Triceratops. This was the only one that I actually found in Walmart. But not a lot to it. There's no wheels. Kind of hollow. It does have the tail similar to the Saber-Toothed Tiger. They did change up the blast effect. Again, good spring. Actually, this spring seems a little bit less than the other ones, but yeah, still pretty good. He does have the head that kind of tilts. And again, that's for the ankle tilt for Megazord. But yeah, pretty good. And that does stow away, that can stow away with the blast effect. So you can store it that way. But yeah, pretty neat. Not a whole lot to say about it. No wheels. I really wish they at least put wheels. But yeah, not too bad. Even less to say about that. We'll go ahead and bring in Earthrise Prime just to keep it up. You see how much shorter it is just because he doesn't have legs. So yeah, let's go on the next one. And next up we got the Mastodon Zord. So it's pretty good. Looks just like the Mastodon should. Got the fist sticking back there. Nothing you can do about that. The nose has a little bit of articulation, so you can do kind of come up and spray effect if you wanted to. So that's neat. These legs are fixed. These legs can move as part of the transformation joint, but you can kind of give a simulation of walking. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but that's about all the extent of the articulation because the thing has to split in half for a Megazord. But yeah, it looks good. I do like it. This one was the one that was hard to find. All the rest of them I could get at retail price. This one I did have to pay a little bit extra because I thought I'd already missed the Re-Ignition wave. And then shortly after, Big Bad Toy Store posts their pre-orders. So, shows you how much I actually follow Power Rangers. And it did come with the Power Sword. And I do like the little gold inlay here in the rubberized section. It's a hard plastic hilt, rubberized sword section, so hopefully you don't poke your eye out. You can see it does warp a bit in the package and just by existing. But, yeah, not too bad. I love the inlay there. That is pretty cool. So it's not just a big gray sword like we got with the Hasbro offering. Yeah. That's about it for the Mastodon. We'll go on to the last Zord. And last up, we got the Tyrannosaurus Zord. And you can see this dude's big. I mean, he is big. We'll go ahead and bring in Prime first here just so you can see how big. I mean, you probably stack Prime and Alpha, and then you get a little bit taller. But, yeah, he's a big guy. So, pretty cool. Go ahead and turn him around here so you can get the full effect. And pretty neat, and you see all the attachment points everywhere. You know, so. But yeah, the mouth opens and closes. Head can look up. You can really open that mouth. The arms don't have any articulation besides going up and down. The legs have a bunch and on clickety-clackety joints because this is your articulation for your Megazord mode. These legs, the feet can do this. The knees open and close. So yeah, lots of big clickety-clackety joints. And so yeah, pretty cool. Pop that up. There you go. Yeah, really cool. I mean, yeah. This is, pretty much all you wanted out of the T-Rex Zord. So, and he can hold the Power Sword like previous versions have been able to if you wanted him to be wielding the Power Sword. But yeah, pretty neat. So, let's go ahead and start transformation then. And here we have all the Zords ready for combine mode. I've already pre-squatted the T-Rex just because it's a pain to get it into the exact right position for tank mode. That we're going to start off with. So, go ahead and take your saber-toothed tiger. Grab in there, put your fangs up, collapse these, collapse those, and it's ready for tank mode. Move that off to the side. Take your Triceratops and flip that in. That's it. Alright. Pterodactyl is going to stay the same, just going to take the guns off. So it flops out, and we'll put the guns aside for now. And we take the Mastodon, pop the head off, pop these out, get these in gun configuration. Pop that one more time. There we go. Pop that out ready. We'll go ahead and move those up just so we're ready. All right. We'll put it all together. Situate my board here. All right, got the T-Rex. Go ahead and bring up the saber-tooth. There you go. Boom, boom. Get those two guys on. And again, you can see all the attach points back there. So you got tabs on there. Click it there. Click it there. And the saber-tooth does not want to stay in. There we go. Haven't had that problem before I started filming. Anyway, the it goes back here and fits right there. For the pterodactyl, get our mastodon head and pull out the handle to max there. And put our guns in without hopefully setting them off. And there we go. There we got the tank mode. So bring it up a little bit so you can see it. let's get off out of the way because I'm just going to knock them off when I try to spin this around. And it looks really cool. I mean, that just meets the brief. That's great. I like it. Alrighty. Now, to go full Megazord, take these off. We'll go ahead and put those on the back there. And again, you can keep the blast effects in the whole time. Go ahead and stand them up. And the tail will go up in there and click in, so that's cool. Right there. Get one more click there. And let's raise a little bit so you can see what's going on up here. Alright, the arms down. Flick them around. Put up your pauldrons. Get that off. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the hand. Put that in the hand. Click it back. The next click point, if it'll click. There you go. And then do our face reveal, which has a lot of primary red there, so it looks kind of weird before we finish our transformation. Or our combination. And find the proper tabs. The pterodactyl fits higher than you think it should. But once we pop these out, get these guys to separate. Come on. There you go. Helps when you're not trying to separate the tail. All right. But there we go. We got a full Megazord. Now the trick is to get them all in the shot here. There we go. There's our full Megazord. And it looks pretty good, but you see just how big he is. I mean, there's Alpha Bravo. There's Optimus. It's a big boy. A lot bigger than a lot of the DXs. And we'll bring in Devastator, that I'm going to go ahead and do his video at some point. But we do have a completed Devastator that I put beside, and you can see he's about half a head taller than the Transformer combiners. So that's pretty cool, and actually works pretty well with a chug shelf. So go ahead and take Devastator away. Yeah, we'll look at the articulation. Does have an arm joint there. One click out. That's about it. Hands don't do anything. There's no elbow. Legs. I mean, you just saw the clicking and clacking I did with the legs before. You can go about that far forward. And just stops back there. You can go into an A stance. And again, get those ankle tilts. So yeah, pretty cool. Overall, I really like it. And again, you can leave all the blast effects in and keep it stored like that. I usually don't leave blast effects or the missiles in the spring-loaded launchers because A, they're so easy to shoot and lose, and the other one, you don't want to like kill the springs. So yeah, pretty cool. I mean, not a whole lot more to say. We'll bring in our Rangers again so you can get the full effect. But yeah, pan out so you can get everything in the frame. There we go. So yeah, pretty neat. I mean, that's not much else to say about it. It is the first Dino Megazord that we got to see in the US. I know it's not the first Super Sentai, but it's the first one we got as Power Rangers in the US. So I'm pretty attached to the first Megazord. The others, not so much, but this one I really liked. All right. Not much else to say, so thank you for joining us today on the AB Scale Project. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.